Inconceivable.
Oh, quick little theme.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's going to be a battle. Blah 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 blah. Inconceivable, Grand Isle.
I keep forgetting what that second movie's called.
Yeah, why are we doing this? Why did I make you
Because
do
it's
this?
a nightmare, an unwaking nightmare.
I got to grab the copy of the movies.
Nick Cage is barely in Inconceivable, by the way, so that shouldn't even count.
I don't agree.
It's Gina Gershon's movie more than anybody's.
Well, he's not the main character, but he's still in it.
Yeah.
You didn't say shit when we watched Sonny, and he's only in one scene.
Yeah, but he directed that. He's all over that movie.
Fair enough.
I saw Jimmy Franco as Nick Cage. That's how I saw it.
He's
Mom, I don't want to be a prostitute anymore. Shut up and suck that woman's pussy.
Yeah.
Okay, Mama.
That movie did have that going for it.
Yes, it did. Lots of it.
The
with
gross
Harry
ass.
Dean Stanton.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in that, and he was in Wild at Heart.
Yes, he was. He gets killed in each one. He dies in each movie. Violently, by the way.
He dies in Sonny.
He blows up. Or the car runs over. He blows up. The car burns up, and he's inside of it.
Almost. Remember, I had through the movie.
Yeah. He wins the card game, and he's like, "This is my lucky night," and then he gets hit by a semi and blows up, like right outside the bar. He literally steps into his car, backs up, and is exploded by a car. That was Sonny. Now we're on Inconceivable.
Yeah, let's get through these. Inconceivable. I put these two together because they're both like Cage sitting around a kitchen table having arguments with his wife. And and I wanted to get him out of the way.
That sounds fine.
This one has a slipcover for absolutely no reason, as if someone wants
that
to
shocks me. Yeah, look at that. That's a $29.95 Blu-ray.
Yeah,
I saw it for free on YouTube via some Arab site.
Hey, that's how I saw
it had Arabic subtitles.
Fun.
It was fantastic.
I saw it for, I don't know, what I buy this for, like $6, $3.
That sounds about right. Like $3 sounds right.
Zia Records, the place we went to. That's where I bought almost all of my Cage movies.
Well, that makes sense.
I didn't spend much money on this entire
That's good.
collection here.
As you shouldn't.
No. Except for like a Pig. I bought Pig new.
Well, that's fine because it's a good movie.
That's worth it.
Yeah, that's fine. You're forgiven for that.
Inconceivable is first up.
Inconceivable!
This is the one I kept calling a Lifetime movie. Do you understand why now?
Oh, absolutely. It is 100% Lifetime movie. It is awful. It is some Gina Gershon, Nick Cage. He's a guy who has a job and she's a nurse. And she's going back to being a nurse because she had a failed pregnancy due to her being a drug addict. And then...
is that why?
Apparently. I think so, because that one scene where Nick Cage goes, give me your piss. I want to test you. We're going to piss test you. You on high? You high? No. And she was, because the woman was spiking
drugged her
drink.
Yeah, drugged the water.
And then I love the twist at the end, because the whole thing is basically fatal. It's a Hand Who Rocks the Cradle story where the woman is nuts and she's a surrogate mother and she's having a kid, and the one child's hers and the other baby's theirs, and she's trying to pretend to be the mother and trying to get Gina Gershon out of the picture, and then she'll marry Nick Cage and be a happy family. And Nick Cage isn't having it because Nick Cage doesn't like skinny little blondes. He likes real women like Gina Gershon.
Goddamn right, and you should.
Oh, Gina's got it going on in this movie. She still looks good, even though she's like 7 years ago.
She looks
good.
Oh, sorry. Continue with the plot. I do have a point to make going off what you're saying now, but let's just get the plot out of the way.
That's the plot. That's it. And she's trying to maneuver ways to destroy Gina Gershon. At the end, you find out she's a psychopath, and then she tries to fake stab. Or she stabs herself, then she stabs Gina Gershon, and then she fight clubs herself in the kitchen because she bashes her head into the formica and bashes her head. She goes, "Oh my God, she tried to kill me." And
she wasn't in front of that character actor, though. She was in front of Gina Gershon.
Yeah, exactly. She stabbed Gina Gershon in the tummy, and then like Gina Gershon passes out. And you think she's dead. It's like, well, that was like not even a flesh wound. That was nothing. It was like a steak knife. That's
but she was already
an inch.
You don't buy it. You don't ever buy it when he says sorry.
Yeah, that's the
She's
one part. But
dead.
that's a lie because she's not dead, but the doctor makes it look like, I'm
I have so many
sorry. Why would
questions
you
about
say I'm
that scene.
sorry?
But okay,
I'm sorry she's alive.
he,
I'm sorry she made it.
I feel like did Gina Gershon be like, tell my husband I'm dead,
Right.
so he doesn't have to act and pretend because he's a terrible actor. He's Nick Cage. Is that what she
Can't.
told him? So he came out and was like,
She did.
your wife's dead, bro. And he's like, oh, and he
Oh
already cried
man.
over something else. Was it some sort of maternity test? I don't know what that was.
No, I think it was because he lost the first child, or they lost the kid. I think they lost the kid. They're gonna have a boy, and they lost. That's why he's all excited about the new boy coming, named Gabriel. We agreed on this, honey. That was one of like 5 names. Yeah, but Gabriel works. And
But
he got it.
what was that first thing he gave Nick Cage in the lobby at the hospital? He gave him something. He's like, oh,
That's a DNA test that proved that basically the wife was right, and she was like, I get maybe it said she was the adopted. Maybe they adopted the other daughter, and it wasn't her daughter. Oh, that's what it was.
but it was her daughter.
It wasn't her daughter because it was an egg and a sperm from somebody else, so it didn't have her DNA. So maybe that's what
It would
triggered.
have been
Oh,
nice if they told us what the fuck they were revealing.
yeah. I don't know what was
He
happening, but
hands him
anyways,
something. He's like, starts crying.
yeah.
And he goes, by the way, your wife's dead, bro. Probably should have led with that.
And then on the top of that, the next scene is Nick Cage goes to her and she goes, I want to see the baby. Yeah, we'll go see the baby. She's dead.
This is the only good scene in the movie, by the way.
And yeah, he puts her into the viewing room and he goes, this is the last time you're ever going to see it. And he walks away.
Oh, he goes, I want you to get a good look.
Yeah.
This is the last time you're going to see it.
Yeah. And then
what do you mean?
He goes in and then Gina Gershon comes in and they're holding the baby. She goes, no! And she gets arrested. And they put her in the paddy wagon and she's in that house, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
we
the movie.
skipped the rest of it. She did the classic thing of crush.
Lesbian. She has
fear.
that nice, they're trying to do the lesbian angle. It didn't quite take.
Yeah, they're like Gina Gershon's in a pretty good lesbian movie.
She's in Bound.
Let's reenact some.
She's in Showgirls.
No, but the movie Crush, the one I played with Alicia Silverstone getting punched.
Yeah.
Carrie Ellis. Then there's Fear, which are 2 movies where like the guy comes into the person comes in their lives and just kills anyone who gets in the way of their plan.
Exactly.
And that's what she does because she's dating the lesbian. There's a lesbian instructor, like fitness instructor in the movie, who's barely in it.
And how?
She kills her because she's supposed to be the surrogate for the couple. So she immediately kills her
with a rock in the river.
Yeah, in the lake.
Whatever.
And I wasn't
correct. I love that cut when they show her on the rocks and she's dead. She's got the hole in her head. Like, that's funny.
They should have cut to like
we know she's
ring.
Yeah. How does her heart stop? I found her body. How does a 17-year-old girl's heart just stop? They watched the video, bro. They're in a Nick Cage movie, bro. You know the connection? There's actually another connection to these 2 movies. Oh, women who are in peril.
Women in peril can't have babies.
Women in peril
can't have their own babies.
Nick Cage is suicidal in both.
And the stupid title, I didn't realize till the second time I watched it, is referring to the fact that she can't conceive her own child.
Oh God, you're right. Wow. I didn't make that connection either.
I didn't. I finished it and I'm like, why the fuck is this called? Oh my God. And I put it together. I'm like, so stupid. It's a terrible title.
Clever title.
Look at this terrible made-for-TV Lifetime movie.
That bitch was so skinny in the middle. When she's in the river, I thought she was going to die from like hypothermia because she weighs like 30 pounds.
She should have been taken out to sea.
You look like a cigarette. Like you're so skinny and white. I'd smoke the shit out of you.
The note I wanted to get to earlier,
yes,
is maybe don't have your super sexy lead who's supposed to be seducing everyone and playing their cards just right to get what she wants. Maybe don't have her as the least attractive woman in the movie.
Well, I mean, she's pretty, better. But yeah, no, Gina Gershon
lesbian girls better.
No, yeah, Lesbian Girl's way hotter than all of them because she was fucking
She's
stacked.
pretty. She's just like severely underweight, and it's like she gets
Yes.
undressed at one point where they reenact Tommy Boy, and she goes in the pool and he's sitting there watching her, and I'm like, oh yeah, pretty,
Oh my
but
god, honey, you're just as skinny as her.
I
And
would
you're older,
no
so
no
you're
no. If I
hotter.
was that guy, I'd be like, oh no, skinny white bitch. I don't care. Don't care.
Ew, gross. Go away.
Is that a 12-year-old
Yes.
boy? Oh no, skinny white girl. Okay.
Oh my god. I thought that was the neighbor's kid.
Like I'm
Get
not
out
trying
my
to
pool.
make fun of the actress at all because
Get
she's
out my
pretty
pool,
and
Steve. Oh wait, you're a woman.
I felt like she did a good job. She's fine.
Just
in the movie.
fine. No,
Everyone's fine.
Everybody's fine. It's a pointless Lifetime movie. That's all it is. There's nothing to it.
Why
There's
have the
nothing about
nudity
it.
scene in the middle of this movie for no reason? It felt so unnecessary.
It was titillation. They had to sell something.
But why not have way more? You're either going all in or not.
So is this the one
Some
that
point
is this?
balls in.
I think it's Isle of Fury or whatever that movie is.
Not even close.
What's it called? Isle of right?
Isle of Vengeance. Come on.
Is it really Isle of
No,
Vengeance?
it's Grand Isle.
That doesn't make any Grand Isle. You say Isle of Vengeance doesn't make any sense. And Grand Isle barely makes any sense. But one of them, I think it's Grand Isle, is the only. There's two movies in Nick Cage's career where he's a 0% Rotten Tomato score, and Grand Island is the other.
Grand Isle.
I don't know what the other one is. The first one, it's got to be Zandalay or something like that.
No, Zandalay probably got something, but
like two.
Cage movies with 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's got to be like Behind. Trespass. Oh, Left Behind. Okay, there you go. Left Behind.
Oh, there's 3 now.
Oh shit.
Deadfall, which is from '93. That is Cousin, I believe he has directed. Left Behind and Grand Isle.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Well, speaking of Grand Isle, let's just move right along.
This one is even
a quick episode.
Way more worthless, I think. Grand Isle is bad. Grand Isle is actively terrible.
This looks like a bootleg DVD or Blu-ray. Look at the back of this.
It does. I saw it on YouTube. It was on YouTube for free without any ads. Because on Amazon, the Tubi ads were like every fucking 5 minutes was a 600-second ad.
I saw that and I was like, shit. I'm going to watch the Blu-ray. So I put in the Blu-ray.
Fuck you. Yeah, exactly.
For Inconceivable, I fast-forwarded through a lot of it because I've already seen it. And you're not going to forget the plot, the twist.
Yeah.
There's like
4 of them. And see it coming. Yeah.
So I'm like fast-forwarding through the long dialogue scenes. I'm like, all right, they're talking about this. But Grand Isle, I sat there and I watched the whole cinematic adventure the second time.
I'll say this.
Yes, go ahead.
I think Nick Cage is actually good in it.
Yeah.
He's actually good. That scene where he talks about, I was in the war.
When they're in the
spat on me. Yeah, and he's talking and he tries to convince him to kill his wife. I'll give $20,000, kill my wife. She's dying of blood cancer. I don't want her to suffer.
I like the scene where he's tied to the banister and he tricks the guy to look in the basement and the wife shoots at him. And he goes, come on, go get him. And he's just like, he has a lot to do in that scene with different motivations. And he worked there.
Yeah. No, Nick Cage is actually good in this movie. Just the movie's terrible.
And I really like when he's on the roof. Okay, he hires a guy to fix the fence because he shot a guy previously and he fell into the fence. So now he needs the fence fixed.
And by this way, this takes place in 1988 because they have to tie in the Viet Cong because he's a Vietnam veteran.
It matters in no way.
Wouldn't make any sense. Well, it's 20 years removed as opposed to 40.
But just change the war.
Well, I wonder if this was based on something that was made should have been made 25 years ago. No, I bet you it's an old script. I bet you this is a script that was written 40 years ago.
Shit. Who cares? But then again, if you're going to shoot in the middle of butthole Louisiana, you have a bunch of old trucks, so you can just say it's 88, I guess.
Don't ask me why.
Anyway, he's on the roof.
Integrity of the script. God damn it.
He's clearly someone who likes to antagonize people because he's fucking with them and he keeps like taking money away and he's giving the guy shit who's trying to fix his fence. Another vet who's with the Navy.
He's a Navy and he's a Marine. So
Cage is a Marine. He's a jarhead. Don't call him that though. But he's up on the roof and he shoots the bottles, and the guy freaks out. He's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" And he goes, "There you are." I'm like, I like that. I like that shot. That one line. And I'm like, that's fun that he's trying to get the guy to like reveal his true self. I always like that in movies, that the guy's just testing you to find out who you really are.
Sure.
Happens a lot in, like, I don't know.
John Wayne Gacy played that card when he killed his victim.
Yeah, I want to see what you look like in the
I'm
inside.
kidding.
He meant it
I'm
too
kidding.
literally,
Yeah, but that was in the documentary. If you ever watched it on it, it was actually fascinating. One survivor of John Wayne Gacy said all night long what he did was he goes, "I like to test people. I like to see their limits. Would you suck my dick?" He pulls his pants down. He goes, I'm kidding. And he kept pulling that kidding shit. And he goes, "If I tied you up and stabbed you, would you be upset with it?" And he goes, "What?" He goes, I got you. I'm kidding. And he was nuts. And I guess the guy said he couldn't. Obviously, he's not going to go to sleep that night. So he just stood on the bed and like looked at the door all night long. And like at night, he came into the room again, like in his underwear, trying to say, like, "Don't tell anybody about what I said to you last night, or I'll kill you." They're not going to believe you anyway, but still, don't say anything because I'll find you and I'll kill you, like shit like that.
And then you see, he probably thought nothing of it, and then in retrospect, he's like, "Holy shit!"
Well, no, he said he still has PTSD from it.
I can imagine.
Like he was 18. He was 18 years old out of college, like he was starting college, and that was like his first night before college, like a college party they all went to. So he was just kind of staying there to go to a party the next night, and it was like, holy fucking shit, where am I?
Well, he's sleeping above a literal graveyard.
No, it wasn't his house. It's somewhere else.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
this is before. This is like 10 years before he started killing people. He didn't act on it yet. Okay. He was just molesting. He was just molesting children at this point. He wasn't.
That's all he was doing. No big deal.
He was just raping people. Yeah, that's it. It was a 15-year-old boy, so whatever. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
in
hardly
California,
crime, really.
Anyway. In California, it's not considered a crime anymore, but whatever. That's another story.
That's that's another story.
That's a Gavin Newsom state story. That's Gavin Newsom's California.
Anyway, we're here to talk about Grand Isle, and it's
we're not.
Put it real simple, because you summed up Inconceivable. Put it real simple. Yeah. It's Cage and his wife in the house from Fletch 2, and they're.
Yeah, I didn't see you.
It's very similar. They're arguing the whole time.
It has to be. It has to be the Fletch 2 house then.
It's
you're the only person that saw Fletch 2. Wow.
But it's way too. It's just so fucking boring because she's trying to fuck the guy fixing the fence for the whole movie. She eventually does. Cage is seemingly jealous, but he clearly doesn't care what she does. He's done with her at this point. But turns out that's all the con.
Yeah.
And they're really.
Well, this whole movie is a con because you don't know what the fuck's going on. I still don't know what happened in the movie.
That's what I want to get to.
I saw it.
Yeah. We're fast forwarding to the end. Don't watch these movies.
That's fine. No, it sucks. They all suck.
The wife cannot have babies of her own. That's revealed earlier in the movie. So that guy, I keep wanting to call him a painter, but he's a fence fixer. He could just blow his loads up in there just to no avail. Really, nothing's going to happen.
Right.
But
yeah, exactly.
They're kidnapping women, putting them in the basement, and Cage is impregnating them so they can have kids. We don't ever see any of the kids, though. Are they? So they must be in the room with them, like the movie Room.
Right. I don't. And how do they? The other one about the blind guy, Don't Breathe. Same storyline, same plot line.
That one is more about getting something back. He's not doing that willy-nilly to everyone. It's more like Barbarian.
Right. No, he's right. Yeah.
That's a movie you should watch, Barbarian.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's still my movie of the year.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But the guy, the fence guy, fights him the whole night, gets away, tells Kelsey Grammer, who's a cop, who's been interviewing the whole time. That's the framework of the movie. Is he's telling Kelsey Grammer what happened.
No, he didn't get away. He's knocked out, and he's in the truck with the dead guy that he killed.
Yes, you're right.
Cage killed.
And that's where I pause and go, the fuck? Why don't you just? They have people kidnapped and they're raping them and making them have babies. Why not just kill this fucking guy? I don't.
Again, yeah, it makes no sense. Stupid.
Well, I guess maybe they thought his wife would know where he was because he made the phone call. Maybe, or
No.
he told them. I'm just guessing on the movie's behalf. Really, I'm trying to. I have to do
What?
the fucking heavy lifting here.
Well, he knows that the wife's involved because she's part of it. So he's going to tell the cops, "Oh, the wife's involved too, so she's a bad guy. Arrest her too. She's involved." Because when they get to the house, they have a search warrant, right? Or they just start looking for things for willy nilly. And you go to
They
the
have a search
basement, it's
warrant.
locked. Okay.
They have a search warrant.
Which how they
2
get
cops
that?
go down the basement, and then they're gone a
Yeah.
while. So the random female lead character, she
Right.
becomes like the
Yeah.
main character at the very end of the
Yeah.
movie because she's
A
like, I think
13-year-old
he's on
detective.
something, Kelsey Grammer. And then
Yeah.
this person had a Japanese cloth, and Kelsey Grammer's like, my God, you're right. He talks like Foghorn Leghorn in this movie.
Was she the girl from *Malignant*?
Oh no,
it
was not James Wan's girlfriend.
James Wan's wife.
No.
Oh my God, what's going on over here? Like, I wrote this script, obviously.
Her face is on backward.
This movie, it's like 1 minute it's this movie, and this minute it's this movie. Like, what the fuck is this?
We really got treated last year. If I could, real quick, we really got treated to some treats last year with both Barbarian and Malignant. That was the same year, and what a glorious time!
No, Malignant was 2021.
Was it really? Well, 2 years in a row we got
before
fantastic treats.
A wonderful horror films that just batshit crazy.
Oh my God!
Which is
anyway,
wonderful.
Sorry, continue.
Just wonderful. No, but this movie makes no sense, and then at the end, Nick Cage runs. He comes back clean shaven in his Marine uniform, and he's like,
he's on the run.
He's getting basically suicide by cop, and that's what he goes. I'm ready for the big time, baby. And he comes out. Kelsey Grammer shoots him 10 times, and the cops shoot him, and he's got a horrible death scene.
The cops shoot the main character. Like, how bad do you fuck up a shot like that?
The girl did that. The girl shot him. The worthless cop shot him, and I thought that was funny. Like, oh my God, he's got a gun, and they shoot him. Like, good job, guys. Yes,
the female cop
bang up at what your jobs do.
Speaking of face off, the female cop has what I call Castor Troy syndrome, where she immediately has read the script and knows what's going on and will get to the bottom of this. I call it that because Castor Troy, when he goes in prison, he looks at Castor after a couple questions, and he's like, "You took my brother's face and took over his body, didn't you?" Like, he immediately somehow knows exactly. Pollux Troy.
You should pull the Pollux Troy.
Sorry. Was I saying Castor?
Yeah. You were saying
sorry.
Castor.
Pollux Troy disease.
Pollux
Troy disease.
Right. Yeah.
But she knows. She's like, I heard the word Chinese fabric, and she solves it, and then she immediately goes in the two cops go in the basement. And she's like, I'm gonna follow them, and she goes in there, and she immediately finds a door with a woman screaming, and then those two cops pull up. I'm like, where were those two cops down there? Right. They go down there, and there's Blair Witch in the corner for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then the wife goes crazy. They I guess don't really arrest her because I think they just calm her down because she's yelling at Nick Cage, who's running away.
Yeah.
I think she gets away with it, and she's the one that was doing it.
The cops have handguns, and they're shooting at Nick Cage, who's 150 yards away at this point and behind a brick wall, and they're still shooting.
It's like they're still shooting at the neighborhood kids playing in their backyard.
What's a neighbor? It's a residential neighborhood.
It was a residential neighborhood with wooden fences. It's like, dude, you guys are the worst police force in the South, and that's saying a lot.
To a person who didn't represent any actual risk other than a flight risk, because he's flying away in his car.
Right, yeah.
Later on, when they're shooting in the parking lot of that restaurant, he was actually pulling a gun, and that's danger.
He had two guns. He had his Castor Troy face. He had his Castor Troy face on.
I wish he had the Castor Troy gold guns.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be fantastic.
That would have been cool if Cage was like, I want to do something. It doesn't make any sense.
I want to make a reference because I think in the movie world, this is Castor Troy's nephew, and Castor Troy's nephew was inherited the guns. I think that would make sense.
Actually, be older. It would be like his uncle.
My great uncle Kevon.
This is 1988, as we all know.
Kevon Troy.
Now, it's got to be named after another star.
Michael Troy. No, Pollux and Castor. Castor Troy Pollux. It got to be a weird name.
No, those are named after
Troy.
stars, so it's got to be another star.
Xavier Berkeley. Xander Berkeley.
Xander Berkeley.
Troy. Xander Berkeley
Xander
will be the
Berkeley
character. He's wonderful.
He hates if you mention the actor. He also hates when you kick when you steal his tiny TV away.
Yeah. My fucking TV.
My fucking TV, Ralph.
I never cheated on you, bitch. I never cheated on you, bitch.
So
I told you, baby, that if you were going to marry me, you'd have to marry the whole city and all its ugliness. Baby, and he calls her baby. Ugh,
the way you said that reminds me of the guy from The Simpsons.
You still got it.
Yeah, that guy.
You just don't have to draw anymore, Donkey Kong. And he throws the barrel. Hey, you still got it. Classic.
All right, so he gets away, or Cage dies. Sorry. The main character gets let off, and he gets his family back. And he wakes up in the hospital, sees his baby, and she's like, we had a lot of work on.
Right.
Stupid. Fine. It's an ending. I don't know what to say about that.
I would say if this is the battle of the worst, Inconceivable is the better movie, I think.
You're going Inconceivable?
I'm going Inconceivable. I think it's the better movie.
I'm going Grand Isle all day long.
Wow, that's saying something.
I could not stand this movie.
That movie's, but it's simple. It does its purpose. Grand Isle makes no fucking sense.
That's why I like it more. I like it because it's so stupid and like, what is happening? Why is it happening? It's got way more violence. It's got like confusion. Like I'm confused.
Oh, it has confusion. Yes.
What? But I'd rather that than just like, and then they're gonna, yeah. Okay. Oh my God, it's so long. This Inconceivable is way too long for what it is.
Yes, it is.
And it's not even that long.
No, it's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's hour 46 minutes. But it feels it feels twice as
long. Yeah.
Grand Isle flies by for how stupid it is.
It does. And Nick Cage actually does a better performance in the Grand Isle, but just the movie's so terrible. But I would say performance of Cage, top notch, movie bottom 5, and then Inconceivable, both Cage bottom 6.
He's worse in Inconceivable, and I don't like the movie as much. Yes. So when we look at my rankings here,
I would agree.
You'll see that reflected.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
On the left is movie, on the right is Cage.
Yeah, you're not off.
For the podcast, on the left I have movie, I have Grand Isle just above Inconceivable. I have it at 52, Inconceivable at 56.
Look at that, and the old way, the brand new one is in between the two.
Yeah, on the right, Quality of Cage, I have Grand Isle at 50 because he's not bad in it. He's good, but I'm not putting it any higher than that, really.
You put it up below Willy's Wonderland?
Yeah, because at least he was doing. I don't know. I could look into it, but Willy's Wonderland, I didn't mind Cage in it because he's doing something. But I felt like there's too many flat notes in this movie for Cage, where he's just sitting there, and I'm like, okay. Inconceivable, I have at 52 on the Cage list, just below. And the old way is right in between them, like Dick said. But it's above Trespass because he's terrible in Trespass.
Yes, he is.
You know, the sad thing is he's not even that bad in Inconceivable. He's just really boring.
No, he's not. He's just there. He's just there. Yeah, he's just.
That's why
it's obviously. Yeah, it's a paycheck movie, and he's got to do it just get it over with, get the money, and pay off his debt. So he can buy more.
On the work of Gina Gershon again.
Sure.
Hey, I haven't seen her in a while. We'll see how she's aged. Oh,
what's
too much, Gina? Too much. Not going to marry her.
No, Gina, it's okay. I like Asian girls. I stick with the Asian waitresses. I love them. One took me for 20 million. My Patricia took me for 20 million, and that dumb Asian waitress took me for another 10 when my divorce happened. So, I need to stop marrying Asian waitresses.
There's only one I stood to benefit from, and she died. Shit.
Who was that?
That was his daughter. Come on.
Oh, that's right. She's dead.
Way more money than him.
Not really, though, because she was broke when she died. She's broke.
She had the money when they were together.
She must have. How do you fuck that up? You lose the Elvis money. Like, how dumb are you? Yeah, but still, even there shouldn't that coke. The amount of coke would kill you. to spend that much money on it.
It did.
No, she died because she took that wonder drug to lose
Jackson
weight.
took?
That's what killed her.
Oh, that one?
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah, you're right.
a Hollywood drug.
Forgot about that.
It's a diabetic drug. It's for diabetics, but people take it to lose weight, and you lose like 40 pounds in a week. And she lost 40 pounds in a week, and it fucked up her heart, and she died.
When you snort Elvis's fortune up your nose, your heart's severely weak. You take that pill. Not going to last too long.
I'm going to last it longer. Goddamn, honey. Which am I, Nick Cage or Elvis Presley? That's the question.
That's a good question. Honey. And if you're wild at heart, it's one and the same.
Exactly. It is an example of my individuality. It is a representation of my individuality.
I just want to say, fuck both these movies.
Yes, you're right.
Look, at best, I'm giving this a 4, and I'll give this like a 5.
I gave them both 4s, I think. I might give it.
I'm fine with that.
Inconceivable 3. Yeah, it was just boring, flat, terrible.
It is a flat note of a movie. Nick Cage is
flat as that actress.
And this is part of the. I purposely took pictures of them at a table having dinner with wine for both.
Good. Yes,
because it's like him just. I'm going to argue with people around my wife.
I hate you. My mother said she's creepy. Oh, well, moving on.
Yeah, fuck it. Moving on. Our next episodes of Nick Cage Cast will be Renfield.
Yes.
That'll be
sent you that.
Late
the
April.
Reviews are good, I guess. So, hey.
I don't ever look at the reviews.
I sent you that link. They're saying
I didn't get a chance to look at it because I was setting up the show.
I think they said Nick Cage is actually is having a great time in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be fun to watch.
But
did you see the trailer, though? The new trailer or whatever?
Yeah, I saw the one you sent me. I saw some other ones.
Right, because I guess they're taking the actual black and white from the original Dracula and incorporating it into this movie, and that's how he meets Renfield. So it's basically they're going off of canon.
Are they having like green screen and the actors are in front of the other actors or what?
No, it's like a full on it's like picture it was shot for shot that scene with those two characters.
Okay, yeah, that I saw
in black and white. Yeah, I was like, oh, they're going to go that way with it. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
like a flashback, basically.
I told you the trailer I saw didn't look that bad. It looked pretty good.
Yeah,
because it shows them meeting in black and white, and he's like,
right,
and then it fast forwards 90 years.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Then it cuts to him in like a group meeting, and he's like, my boss is really overbearing, and then Dracula comes in. He's like, this is more than just narcissism. He's floating in the air.
I don't know. It might be fun. I think it's going to be fun. So
I love this.
Nothing else is worth seeing.
You rarely realize in the moment when you're in like a golden era for something, but I think right now we're in like a weird golden era renaissance for Cage, because we got to see the very long title movie with Pedro Pascal in the theater.
Yes.
Now we're going to see this one in the theater, and they both look like they're so much fun.
Yeah.
And I hope he keeps it going, because none of the other ones around this time have gone to the theater. The one you can't even fucking find. It came out last year, and this is Butcher's Crossing. It's not anywhere. His other Western looks way better.
I saw that, yeah.
That movie looks actually decent.
Maybe they're going to release it in theaters. Maybe that's why it hasn't come out yet. They're going to try to distribute it.
Well, it came out in, obviously it came out in a theater because it's marked as 2022.
Right.
But so it visited a theater to have a year on it, but
it came out in my theater. I own it. It's my theater, my home. I let people come in.
My Elvis skin theater.
I sell popcorn for money. You gotta buy popcorn if you want to watch this movie.
He shows up in a movie and he shoots the theater screen. It's like Elvis would.
And then he charges $25 a pound, $25 a bag of popcorn.
Exactly.
God damn it.
All right, so we have another tie 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, well, they're inferior Cage movies.
Yeah. We're at a low point. Our next Cage movie, like I said, Renfield, and then Birdie 2 weeks later, or the next week after that. So.
I'm curious to see Birdie. I am curious. I would like to see that.
Yeah, we're doing a whole episode on it. We're not doing a versus for that one.
Wow. Okay. Very good.
Because otherwise, we'd be doing Birdie versus Seeking Justice. That wouldn't be fair.
Oh, that's
why you don't do movies that are so very different. Yeah, I figured these are close enough. Let's pull it out.
No, you should have done Birdie and Firebirds.
Oh, because of Bird.
and they're both
Very
soldiers.
different movies, though. Yeah,
but they're both soldiers. I think we have a connection.
Very different tones, though.
I don't care.
Birds, go fuck yourself. That's all that matters.
Birdie and Firebirds, helicopter pilots. Love it with Tommy Lee Jones.
Let's get out of here. Until next time. In the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Dig it.
Bye, Cage.
Bye.
Why did you do these movies?
Bye.